Hello. This is the summary of my final project for CGT 215, of me going over my code and explaining what I've managed to get done and do for the project. I will start off by saying this. I did not complete it fully. I tried, I managed to get a portion of the way through it, but in the end I was unable to fully finish the code and get the game into a completely functional state. Gonna be entirely honest, I'm not even sure if it's really halfway there, but I will go over what I have all the same. This is the main body of the code. It has a lot of includes. Int main, it makes the window, there's a frame rate limit to 60 FPS. It calls 3 different classes, lots of functions being called. There's a floor setup, which is purely cosmetic at the moment, the clock, delta time, an event window so that you can close out of it easy. It tracks your mouse position, I'll get to that later. Lots of more functions being called, the drawing phase down here. There are H files and CPP files which are used to do a lot of what is capable of currently in the game. Bounding rectangles for collision, that's one of the primary things. That's something I never got working. There is the update loop, loading loop, which loads up the image and the texture. This is the gun turret with player controls is the only texture in the game. I know I came up with several early on, but over the course of the coding, it proved much simpler to just make shapes for to be fired and used as enemies. It is the code that handles firing, like pressing the button and all that. Bullets. This handles making the bullets. This code handles making the missiles, which are supposed to be enemies. It randomly chooses along the top row and spawns them every 2 minutes as determined by this limit and timer. It spawns one immediately at the start, so there's that. This handles creating the missiles themselves. There is a math that handles math. It's math. Basic math that was called all over the place. And this is the final product. It is not impressive. I am primarily happy about being able to manage to get it to follow the cursor when you click, and the random generation of the missiles, as well as the fact that they have an actual rate of fire rather than just being random. They're fairly consistent in movement as well as fire rate, which I am happy about. But that is all I managed to get done after a solid 16 over the course, actually probably more like 20 over the course of 3 different sessions of coding. The first one proving entirely fruitless as I completely deleted that code and started from scratch. So yeah, this is the final project from me.